Whether young Sugden can work it out early, we'll see in a moment.
So the world champion in his own right, Craig Jose, one of the hardest men I have ever seen put gloves on. Craig is absolutely solid, soldier in his own right, a great friend of mine. But I tell you something, P.Tiarks has got a hill to climb because Sugden is on fire.
Yeah, quite agree with you, Vinny. But if it goes to 3 rounds and late on, P.Tiarks could very well come into his own.
Just see, round 1 of this 3-round K1 action. The swift, the slick Chag Sugden meets P.Tiarks. Make a mistake with Sugden and he'll make you pay. P.Tiarks won't beat this kid, Pete. Sorry. And it's unfair to say, but it's honesty.
I respect your judgment, Vinny.
You know, Peter, probably a very nice guy, but he's in with a kid that's just a league above him. I'm sure.
I think what surprised everybody in the first fight was Chad Sugden's hand speed.
But Peter, yeah, exactly. But Peter took a short notice, so thanks, Pete, for taking this. But, you know, there's sometimes you've got to be honest, analytically, and you've got to say it in a calculated manner, and he's just too quick for him at the minute.
He's a quality operator.
He certainly
is.
Very,
very fast. He's from his kickboxing background.
I'll tell you something though, Pete. It'd be difficult to get P.Tiarks out of there because he's tough as old boots.
It's going to be tough and very awkward, and that's the style thing. But right away, Sugden, great hand speed to the head, and he's going to open up the body shortly.
Yeah. P.Tiarks switching southpaw, trying to spinning kick there and a high kick on the end, a spinning kick on the end of a high kick there by Sugden. Didn't want to touch gloves at the beginning of the round. Means business. Nice high kick from him. Like to see Sugden plant his feet on his shots. Plant his feet on his shots, Pete, because I tell you something, take P.Tiarks out of there.
I quite agree with you. Sugden is faster, quicker, and right at this moment he's winning comfortably. He's a very confident young man. Let's hope he just doesn't get a little bit overconfident.
He's getting his rhythm, isn't he, Sugden? He's getting his rhythm.
P.Tiarks just taking a bit of a low blow.
Yep.
It's probably the last things he need.
Yep. He took it at short notice, Pete. So you got to give him credit. He's already won a fight. He's not been in the ring for a long time, so he's doing his best. But he's in with someone that's just a league above him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a big ask, and he 3 tough rounds against Mark Evans in the first fight. And Chad Sugden stepping it up now. The instruction from the corner is go to work, step it up, and finish the fight.
Screaming for Chad to throw the left hook, but he's out of his depth a bit, Pete.
Yeah,
to be honest,
it's a really good round for Sugden.
I mean, this is not an honourable criticism. You know, we can't lie to the viewers that seeing what they see is he is out of his league.
Yep. Well, you're calling it, mate, and you bang on.
Thank you.
I can't say anything different. You're the professional. I'm only.
And if you do anyway, don't care. Hard luck. No, you know, we got to give him credit. You got credit where credit's due, but you know, you got to see what you see, and Sugden's sharp, isn't he?
Probably very hard for me being new to this game, Vin, and knowing the family like you know everyone.
Yeah, you know, and I like everyone. It's not, you know, it's a job, and they're doing their job some days. They fight well, but you know, Peter, come late notice, took the fight on. Give him credit for this kid, Sugden. He's going to the final for me, my friend.
The frightening thing is, mate, his little brother there in the corner, Regis, in my opinion, is just as good, if not a little bit
frightening
better.
Frightening family. Never mind falling out with the Mitchells on EastEnders. Don't fall out with the Sugdens from Newark. But on my side, anyway, you can have Phil Mitchell. I'll have Dean.
Well done.
Round 2 of this 3-minute round, semi-final contest. 8-man tournament here in Warrington, and he started on fire again, Sugden.
Chad's going to go to work here, mate, and try and get him out of there in this round. Save a bit of energy.
He can do.
For the final.
He's mesmerised, isn't he, Pete? He's just bamboozled by the footwork of Sugden.
Yeah, and P.Tiarks, a well-schooled operator, and he's struggling here with the young pretender, if you like.
Yeah.
I think what is so impressive about the Sugden...
Sorry, yeah, I was just listening to Dean Sugden in the corner, just watching him, what he says and stuff. I like listening to cornermen. Sorry.
The instruction from Dean's phenomenal.
Spot on, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, if you look at the Sugdens and Regis and Chad, they've never ducked anyone, Vin.
No,
and to send Chad into this sort of an arena, such a young stage of his career...
I'd like to see him in K1 proper, though.
...is testament to what he is.
I really would. Crowd screaming 2-6. Sounds like he's brought all the crowd with him, Pete.
I think he's brought all Newark.
Good left up from Sugden. Still the back foot, just pulling him into, walking him back, just letting him walk into traps here, Pete. Look, moving the back foot, letting P.Tiarks walk into it. Right and left up, clever.
He's letting P.Tiarks
moving the back foot. Look at him, Pete, setting traps.
Fantastic.
Clever, intelligent fight in this kid.
And not expanding any sort of the energy as the last fight did.
No, not at all. Lovely skills. Sharp left head kick. Just looks like it just looks like a sparring session for him, doesn't it, Peter?
He's well in control at the moment.
Yeah.
Controlling the centre of the ring, waiting for P.Tiarks to come in and then just picking him off. And just a little reminder there, right up to the chin.
Beautiful sneak right uppercut there. The right hand on the end of it. P.Tiarks is just bamboozled, isn't he? He's still in there though, Pete.
Yeah, he's a tough operator. Telling young Chad to bring more on there.
Yeah, it's a runaway, isn't it? Runaway win for Sugden so far, isn't it?
I think what is phenomenal about these young men as well is the recovery rate between rounds. You'll see Chad come back out and he'll look fresh as a daisy inside a minute.
Well, they live it, don't they, Pete? Let's be honest, these guys live the sport. I mean, you can't do this half-arsed, can you?
No, and with their upbringing with the dad, it's 24/7.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, God, yeah. I mean, you know, I know Dean well, lovely guy. And he does... I've never known anyone so keen, really. I mean, it sounds strange, but he's very behind his sons and then, you know, great father and great role model.
And if you see him out there working at the interclubs, Vinny, you know, 12, 14, 20 kids at some shows, and he puts as much into all the other kids as he does his two lads.
Fair play to him.
He's a fantastic stable and a great promoter as well in his own right.
He certainly is, and I'll be very privileged to do one of his shows very soon. Fortunately, I couldn't do one recently because I was busy. But anyway, nevertheless, round 3 of this. Well, it's more of a is it, an exhibition by Too Slick. Great style, hasn't he? Lovely moving around the ring. And
you would have thought the instruction would have been to keep out of trouble and don't get in any mither. The final's coming up, but you don't know any other way to fight, Vinny. He's just going to be coming out and going straight for it. He's wobbling Peter big time now.
Nice.
Top respect to P.Tiarks for staying in there, Vinny. He's proper good warrior. You know, he's staying in there.
Yeah,
He's giving
Pete,
it his
you've got to give Pete credit. Tough. Took it on short notice. You know, bit in his twilight years, really, but still, you know, it takes people to make a show, and thanks for him for doing that. But he's in with someone, Pete, that's just a bit special, isn't he, this kid?
Yeah, and you spoke about the main event before, where you had a look at Chad and was critical of him.
No, I wasn't, and I was honest.
And to be honest, it was an honest opinion, because he did have big trouble that night, but he's come back stronger.
Yeah, and he's learned from it. What do you want me to do? Lie? I can't
no,
lie.
No, that's your job, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
You was right.
Movement is excellent, isn't it? His lateral movement. You know, moving round, scoring, side to side, finding gaps. Everywhere he's finding gaps in P.Tiarks' defence, but still P.Tiarks took some big shots, and he's come back with them well. Good performances by Sugden, but still P.Tiarks, got to give him credit, takes everything solid.
Great technique again off Sugden, doubling up on the kicks regular. Problem is, Vinny, you don't know where half of these kicks are coming from.
No, you don't, and that was a great move there, very, very good defensive, rolled underneath. Good movement from Sugden, very impressive. But still P.Tiarks, teak tough, soldier all the way forward. And not surprising coming from Craig's gym. Scoring good with combinations, a right uppercut and a left hook. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
and a runaway win for Sugden. Got to give him credit.
Yeah, quality performance, Vinny. If they didn't know who Chad Sugden was, they do now.
Hats off to him. Commiserations to P.Tiarks. He was just in with someone that was just a little bit too good for him. In fact, he was a lot too good for him, wasn't he? Let's be honest.
And the big thing is, Chad Sugden looks fresh as a daisy.
He certainly does. Nathan Epps has got it all to do. This can be a very, very interesting fight. But, you know, Sugden looks on fire. He really does. What a great tournament, hasn't it, Pete?
Brilliant tournament, and heaven sent for me, mate. Nathan Epps, Chad Sugden in the final.
Yeah,
Two boys that are photographed.
Absolutely awesome. Days. Very, very nice. Good.
Really dead shot for both fighters.
Yeah, good performance by him. Solomon Wickstead looks on in the corner, thinking about what he could have and would have come. But I tell you something, we'll see Solomon Wickstead again.
Oh,
definitely.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Here's the decision then, a foregone conclusion for me, Peter.
Yeah, foregone conclusion.
Congratulate the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, Chad Sugden.
Well, there you go. An easy win for Chad Sugden, but a great performance.
A very polished performance.
And a nice smile from Pete, but commiserations to Pete, but nevertheless, a great performance by him. But Chad Sugden moves on to the final, Peter.
Yeah, and what a great final it's going to be, mate.
It's going to be a cracker.